There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So LSU's offense will take the field first. There are always butterflies to start a game, and when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Now on first down from the 28. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. First down here for the offense. Reads it, fires complete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Dances away. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The Tigers are on the move. Off the play fake on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gant. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. So Texas A&M's offense has its first opportunity of the day. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Give to the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Silver. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Back to throw, it's Alford. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
That's caught. It's Burrow. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on first down. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Corners showing press, they want to be physical here. Snagged out of the air. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Caught near the sticks. It's Roman. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Play of the period, first down here. To the ground with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Right back to the well. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Silver. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Southern Miss is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. The play action fake. Blasted as he lets it go.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. At the 45 on its way. Gashing the knee on the right. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's what...
Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets Again, just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They'll line up for a second down play.
Music now! Music now!
Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
That's caught. It's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw it. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a gap, it's Avant. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Found the spot in the defense. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Aggies have it with a first and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Back's looking for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Got it in the middle. It's Tucker. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
Here we go, sack.
Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. One snap coming before they head to the locker room.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
Set, ready.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying them.
No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. LSU right back to the line.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A great catch and run for 6.
screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Georgia Tech. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Power football with the run. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll run it from the gun. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Leaves it with the running back. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Makes the grab. It's Avant. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it. And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king in 2, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be fine.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15.
Here we go.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Set, ready.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. They're setting up the screen. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. He'll throw it. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just... Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gonna run it. It's Silver. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before before they finally get him stopped. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying to barge their way in. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
Yeah, they're just trying to pound the football into the end zone there on 3rd down. They don't get it. Now it sets up 4th and 1. What do you do here?
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. Max got it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 8 over Georgia Tech. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's taking a deep shot. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
This one's complete.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Complete in the middle. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw again. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. LSU quick to the line.
2nd down coming up.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Here we go, set.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
Clock is stopped. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Set, ready.
Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Let's go.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some